I wanted to tell you, this is something I think you would find interesting. You're so interested in personalities. You've never covered Kyle Shanahan, but you see him. And I think you've probably noticed that you hear him in press conferences during the offseason, January, July, and then you see him now. Wouldn't you say that his demeanor has changed over the last 3-4 weeks?
Yeah. Another way of phrasing it is, has he changed? And if so, how has he changed from the beginning of training camp to now to be on the threshold of the season?
Yes.
Okay. From afar, I see him early in training camp as being open, almost a little playful, although he's not a very playful person, almost a little playful, talking at length about things, wanting, enjoying the interaction and the play-by-play with the writers. As you get closer to the season, he strikes me as inward, verging on gloomy. I'd say gloomy, intense. I'd say early in training camp, light, closer to the game, dark.
Yep.
Dark. The way his posture is, he leans over, he doesn't shave. Yep. He looks like he just came out of a cave.
Yep.
And I think in his mind, he's in a cave.
Agree. He seems 100% consumed by his job.
Yes.
To the point where he can't even shave.
He can't even, right. It's a 24-hour, 24/7 is what he's doing. Now, again, Grant and I are describing, we were English majors. We're not criticizing. Obviously, Shanahan is a very, very good coach, maybe an elite coach. We're just describing what he's like. And I'm saying, looking at him is a window into what's going on inside of him. And it is that he is probably not a lot of fun to go out for a drink with. Plus, I don't think he'd go out for a drink.
I think he'd be a lot of fun from February to July, but not now.
Iggy, didn't he curse at the players the other day?
He absolutely cursed at the players. It was during a practice, the second to last training camp practice of the year. The center snapped the ball over Jimmy Garoppolo's head, and Shanahan said, "One's the F off the field, two's up." He had no patience.
Right. He had no patience. He couldn't make a joke out of it.
No,
because too much is at stake.
Season's too close, and they can't.
Season's too close.
When you see you can't even get the snap to your quarterback 2 weeks before the season starts. Head coach going to be nervous.
Yeah, and he didn't care about hurting his players' feelings.
No, and he didn't care that the media heard it.
Yes.
Yep.
No, he didn't care that the media heard it. I've told you this story years and years and years ago when Seifert was the head coach and the great Bob McKittrick, great Bob McKittrick was the offensive line coach. They said, okay, media can come to practice, but it wasn't quite over. So they got us there a little early. And I guess the offensive linemen didn't come over to a general discussion on the field quick enough. And Seifert yelled over at McKittrick, "Bob, where the hell are you?" Like that. "Where the hell are you?" And we heard it. And I had never heard anything like that before. I thought, this is how they really talk. And, McKittrick could have crushed Seifert. He had been a Marine, could have crushed him.
Yeah.
And I looked at his face and he couldn't give a crap. He just walked over and said, it was in his mind, is whatever. I don't care. You're not getting rid of me. They need me.
If someone spoke that way to me or you, it would affect you for the rest of the week, right?
I'd hate him for life.
I'd hate him for life. There would be a grudge, and I would be looking for opportunities to get him back, which is probably why one of the many reasons I didn't play football.
Right.
On the same subject, I want to talk about something else, but it's the same theme. What it's going to be like watching games.
No, I got something to say.
Okay, go.
That I'd like to talk about Bill Walsh's demeanor because I think it was similar. I think it was similar to Kyle. Now, did you say my bad?
My bad.
Okay, not so bad. I think Bill was similar to Kyle. Bill used to tell me that before a game, any game that he was coaching, he had to go through like the dark night of the soul. Am I a good coach? Can I win? And he would have to feel completely at odds, life is no good. And he'd have to fight through that to be a good coach. And he did it, that cycle, every week. And it used to exhaust him.
5 stages of grief.
So I think, I don't know, Kyle, I don't know if he goes through that, but he goes through something, okay? But the difference is Bill's players never knew that about him. Bill really, I think, maybe could have used psychotherapy, okay? But it might have hurt him as a coach.
Right.
I don't know if Kyle goes through that, but Bill's players always saw him as confident and upbeat.
Which is what he wanted them to see, right?
Right, but he wasn't. No. He was going through the dark night of the soul, but they saw him as confident and upbeat. And Kyle may always show this grim determination. I don't know if he goes all the way down where Bill goes, but he goes somewhere. And I'll tell you another story about Bill. I think his last year at Stanford, they weren't doing very well at all. This is the second time around. And he had a coaches meeting, and he asked me to come up to his office. This really happened, Iggy. And his hands were shaking, and they were, because he always thought he wasn't a good coach. So he actually said to me, I have to go across the hall here, Lowell, and I have to just lead a coaches meeting, and I don't think I can do it. He said, I don't think I can do it.
It's like Vince Lombardi coming to you saying, I just can't do it, Lowell. What am I going to do?
That's what he said. Like, yeah. Can you imagine Belichick saying that?
Yeah. Okay.
And, I thought, what does Bill really want to hear now?
Yeah.
And I said, Bill, get your ass out of the chair. Go through that door. Go in that room and be Bill Walsh. That's what and I like a voice like that, Iggy. That's what you need to do now. And he said, really? And he went and he did it. But
you talked to him like a head coach.
I had to. Now, again, I wasn't really covering him anymore. But that really happened. And now I don't know, Kyle. Maybe Salah tells him that. But Bill had gone into the slough of despond. And what I believe is, in order to be an effective head coach, Shanahan, at the very least, needs to be grim, needs to see the glass half empty, needs to fight against that. And I think that's what you're seeing. And if you look at him now with the unshaved and with the hat pulled down, I would say dark as opposed to light 4 weeks ago.
Well, if you remember his history as a head coach, he came to the Niners and did a lot of losing for 2 years. And even though he was a hotshot offensive coordinator, people were like, are you one of these countless offensive coordinators who can't become a head coach? And I think he came into last season with a lot of pressure on him. And you saw how he responded to that kind of pressure. So I think maybe he needs to go into my career's on the line, my livelihood's on the line. I got to do this for everything. And then he rises to the occasion. Maybe that's what he needs.
Well, if that's what he needs, and if that's what makes him successful, all the more power to him.
Geh gesund hate.
That's what my mom would say. Geh gesund hate.